Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and I haven't been to the track in at least a couple weeks now, and after speaking with MIP, I wanted to re-drill my shock towers to match up with some of the TLR holes for the shocks. Now, drilling in carbon fiber, I was kind of unsure of, so I checked with MIP. They said, should not be an issue whatsoever. Make sure and use a sharp drill bit and be careful, measure twice and drill once. So I went ahead and removed my rear shock tower, went ahead and drilled it, and I am matching up with the middle hole of the TLR shock towers. I'm putting those on the MIP shock towers now just to give me some more tunability and flexibility on the track, so I can kind of cater to maybe a different track or the existing track I'm on. Now, you may have seen on some of the setup sheets through Matt Olson that he is using somewhat of a hybrid shock tower. Now, really the only hybridness of that shock tower is that it does have the TLR holes drilled into it. So I believe that MIP is coming up with an update here soon where they are going to sell the hybrid shock towers. So maybe if you get your MIP kit, it may include that. So here's just a brief little tutorial on kind of how I did it. I'm not going to actually show you guys with the drill and all that stuff because it's a lot of common sense, to be honest. So I just want to show you guys what I did, the tools I used, and it just worked. So here is the MIP shock tower with a TLR kind of sandwiched on top of it. And what this shows is basically how much bigger that MIP one is, definitely. So I went ahead and I'm drilling the center TLR hole, which is right about here. So with that, what I did is I took existing screws, and you'll see them right down here, match them up so that they stay completely straight. And as barbaric as this may sound, I have my vise and I have a couple of 2x4s here that just sitting around, and I'm going to sandwich those two shock towers in between those just to kind of give it where I'm not putting it in the metal vise, and it gives a little bit of cushioning, so to speak, with the wood. So with that, I got my handy DeWalt drill. I know it's overkill. And a brand new 1/8 of an inch drill bit. This is a Bosch drill bit, great drill bit, and it really goes straight into the carbon like it was butter almost. So one thing that I was a little bit surprised about was the drillings that came out. I was expecting it all to be kind of a black kind of powder, and here's what I got. Hopefully you guys can see that in my hand there. It's kind of that kind of white powdery substance, and initially it was the black and then it went to the white, so don't be alarmed if you start drilling. I was kind of thinking, am I melting something? I didn't know. So that's basically it. Drilled the center hole only. I didn't drill all three because I didn't want to weaken the carbon fiber, so I went with the center hole. Now there is quite a bit of disassembly you got to do to get the shock tower off. As you see here on the front, I pretty much have the whole front of it tore down. So it's about, I don't know, 10 or so screws. The other cool thing is you can remount the body mounts back to the normal low-C position. So if you've seen any of my videos before, you had to kind of lower it and only use 2 screws and then raise the body mounts up. In this case, I was able to lower it all the way back down, and we're all good. So that's it. Oh, let me show you one more thing. This is the rear mounted up with the TLR holes, and you'll see that it is definitely a more angled approach. Before I was using the center hole up here of the MIP tower, so definitely a good 1.25 inches back down and angled. So hopefully that will help with the suspension. And that's it. If you have any questions about this modification, definitely put it down below. I respond usually within a day. I'm pretty quick on that stuff. And as always, if you like the video, crush that little like button up there, the thumbs up one. And as always, if you like the channel, subscribe. New videos at least every week. And I am working on project SCX10 Trail Honcho. There it is. Got some new stuff coming out for it in 2 days. Just ordered up some stuff from RPP, and that's coming in on Friday. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.